This short tutorial is for those Boyle Club camera members who wish to resize images for the monthly motivations. You are asked in the monthly motivation to resize your images down to 1024 pixels on their longest side. Now, the program I'm going to be using is called Faststone Image Viewer. Faststone being all one word. You can search for it on Google and download it and install it onto your computer or laptop. I have placed on my desktop a folder which is called Motivation Images, and if I just open it quickly, you'll see there's 2 images in it. Normally it would be 4 images, that a maximum of 4 images that would be expected for the monthly motivations. So I'll close that and I'll open Faststone Image Viewer. There it is on my recent programs. So just click on it once and it opens. Now, Faststone Image Viewer, when you open it, it always remembers the last place that you were looking at when you last used it. So in my case, it's remembering I was on the desktop. And as I say, on the desktop, I've got 2 images in a folder called Motivation Images. So if I double click on that to open it, there's the 2 images. One of them says Autumn and it's 2464 pixels wide and 1776 high. And the other one is called Glencar Lake and it's 3872 pixels wide by 2592 pixels high. So we want to reduce each of those down to 1024 pixels on its widest edge. In this case, the widest edge is the length, not the height. So, simple enough to do. Just select the one that you want to work in first and go to Edit and Resize. A dialog box comes up. It's showing the current width and height in pixels, and importantly, just make sure down here that Preserve Aspect Ratio is selected, that there's a tick in the box. If there isn't, just tick on it to put a tick in. Now, it's the width that we want to reduce because that's the longest edge. So just select the width and overtype it with 1024, and you will see that it's automatically reducing the height in proportion. That's because we're preserving aspect ratio. Just click OK, and what's happened? At the moment it doesn't seem as though anything's happened. It's still there and it's still 2646 pixels wide. This is the important step. You need now to save the change that you've made. The change is held in the computer's memory, you need to save it. So you can either click on the Save As icon or you can go to File and Save As. And the program now really asking 2 things. 1, where do we want to save it? And 2, what do we want to call it? Now, if we save it in its original place and keep the same name, we're going to overwrite that original file with a smaller file. So my advice is to move across to where you've got the icon that says create a new folder and create a new folder. I'll call this new folder Resized Images. Now open that new folder. You can either double click on it or click the button that says open and save it there. Remember now that for the purpose of the monthly motivation, you're asked to give the image a name, and you're also asked to include your own name. So I'll write my name first, Marty Cook, and your category, whether you're an advanced, beginner or intermediate. So I'll put ADV for advanced. And I've already given this the name Autumn. If it had some strange name like DSC2046, if that was the name that it originally had, you'd want to remove that and give it a name that means something. So I'll go back and make that Autumn. Okay, now watch what happens up here when I click save. I'm saving it in a new folder called Resized Images, and I've given it a new name. You see that folder's appeared. Okay, and if I just look in that folder, you can see that image is there, and it's 1024 pixels by 682. Sorry, 687. So I'll go back to the motivation images, because I still need to do this one. So again, select it by clicking on it, edit, resize, resample, and again make sure preserve aspect ratio is there. The width is the one we want to reduce, so just overtype the 3872 with 1024 pixels and click OK. Again, it's not yet been saved, so we need to go to File and Save As, and we'll save it in the Resized Images folder again, the new folder that we made. So click there and then give it a new name or rename it. Just click at the beginning of the existing name, type your name, your category, and give it a meaningful name if it's not already got one. I'll leave this one at Glencar Lake. Save. You can see now there's two images in there. That one and that one. Importantly, for both of those images, if we move our mouse when we've got the image open in the viewer, I'll just come out of the full screen. So double click to bring it open in the viewer. Move your mouse to the right hand side and you'll get some information about the file. If the EXIF is not the one that's showing, perhaps it's showing histogram, click on EXIF and you can see that there's all the information that the camera stored when that photograph was first taken, the EXIF information. Importantly, the date that the photograph was taken. Excuse me. That's what Boyle Camera Club expect to be able to see, so they can see that the photograph was taken during the month of the motivation. If I come to the top and look at the other one, the EXIF information is there as well. So that briefly is how to resize an image for the monthly motivation using Faststone Image Viewer. These images now, if this was for a real motivation, could be uploaded to the Dropbox. Excuse me. I'll leave it there. I may do other videos showing how to do this in other programs, because it could be done in Lightroom, it could be done in Photoshop. But the advantage of the Faststone Image Viewer is that it is free. Lightroom and Photoshop are expensive programs. Leave it there.